Okay. Preparing to share the live broadcast link. Trying to get the broadcast link has been successfully shared. That's nice. That's good to know. And we can get our comments up too. Let's see what happens. Let's see if anybody joins. We're on YouTube in glorious 1080p. Yep, YouTube looks good. I gotta tell you, I can't complain about it. Well, I can, but I don't like the fact that the comments don't show up, after the broadcast is over. That's kind of idiotic. Now, broadcast has some problems, but that's okay because there's stuff going on that I can't tell you about. So it's all not going to matter pretty soon. And they've been kind enough to give me some, previews of what they got in the works, and it's good. It's good. In the meantime, I got some big stuff going on too, and I think 2017 is going to be a really big year for us. That wire going out of that window is annoying, isn't it? Guy right there? Yeah, right there? Yeah. Anyway, I want to say hi to everyone who just joined. If you have, please say hello in the comments. And we'll see who joins. Beautiful evening here in Taiwan. About 23, 24 degrees, light breeze. Somewhat high relative humidity, but not uncomfortable. I'm on the second day of a several day fast. I haven't eaten anything since Sunday night. It's now Tuesday night, so it's 48 hours. I'm planning on not eating anything for at least another 24 hours, and maybe longer if I feel like it. Fasting is a very powerful tool for managing weight, diabetes, or just for trying to make your thought processes very clear. There's a clarity of thought when you're fasting. It's just astonishing. A lot of people don't know that. And there are many myths about fasting, but let me tell you, by the third day I feel great, I feel strong, I feel like I can go forever. Second day is always the hardest. First day is easy for me. Second day is always the hardest. I wanted to eat today, but I just didn't. Just said, no, I'm not gonna. Of course, I'm drinking things. I'm drinking like coffee, I'm drinking tea. I drank a little bit of whiskey earlier. Sometimes I have bone broth. It's just some boiled bones, but try not to eat anything solid. And like that. So when I started the fast on Sunday, actually Monday morning, I weighed myself. I was 124.8 kilograms, and I weighed myself today. I'm 121.5. So tomorrow I'm going to be down below 120. It's easy to take weight off quickly, and if you're careful how you go back to eating and you stick with a low carb, high protein, high fiber diet, you can keep the weight off. I lost like 7 kilograms just changing my diet. It's pretty significant. So this is very much like a radio program where we have not opened up the lines yet. This is what's left of my coffee. I have some tea next door. I should go get that. Nobody's here. Let me go get that. It's like a webcam. Remember the old days when you could just log onto somebody's webcam and just watch the cars go by? That's kind of what this is. This is Ching Ching Oolong Cha. It's a type of oolong tea. It's got a nice aroma. It's kind of a green tea, but it's oolong, which is like half fermented, and it's sugar free. Well, that's very interesting. Very interesting. The button to change the front and the rear camera is basically behind the clip. When I broadcast on the rear camera, I almost always use a gimbal and a clip-on lens with wide angle, and that way I can get these wide sweeping panoramas and it's really clear. And the button to switch the front and rear camera is right under the clip. I can't stand that. Right under the clip. So anyway, no comments so far. I don't think I can, if I pull this down, it'll pause it, won't it? Anyway, 3 viewers, it says. Wow, look at that. 3 viewers and no comments. Guys, if you're there, please give me a comment. Let me know you're there. Here's the here's the tea. And the resolution is so high, you can probably scan that QR code. Up a little bit, I guess. You can probably scan that QR code on YouTube and see this. Now, this is the Galaxy S7 Edge, and I'm using my native Samsung mobile phone camera app. Let me do this, sorry. I'm using the native app, and the native app has a Go Live button on it, and the Go Live button is, it's powered by YouTube. You just use your YouTube account, you just log in, with your Google account, and you can broadcast to YouTube Live. It's fantastic. And you can see, the resolution is phenomenal, and the colors really pop. It's great. So far, hey guys, please leave me a comment. Let me know where you're watching from and say hi. So far, I got no comments. Got 3 views. The one thing I don't like is that when I'm viewing the comments, there's a pull-up from the bottom. When I pull it up to view the comments, everything else goes away. All the controls go away. The views go away. I can't even stop the broadcast. I can't share. I can't switch the camera. I see that we have 3 views. So I don't know if we have 3 viewers right now or a combination. I think it's 3. I think it's 3 people viewing because it went down to 2 and then it went back up to 3, which, yeah, if it was total views, it would never go down. So, all right. Yeah, it was. Okay, now it's 4. Hi, everybody. This is MJ. I live in Taiwan. Been living in Taiwan for almost 13 years. Next month will be 13 years. Wow. I lived in this neighborhood. Next month will be 11 years. And anyway, I've been doing live streaming since 1995. So you see me with PCs. I've used pretty much everything you can think of. ICU2, CUC-me, Microsoft NetMeeting, whatever was available. And then finally, mobile phones got to the point where we could do live streaming on mobile phones, and hey, lo and behold, we got Periscope and YouTube Live, Facebook, 3 big ones. Broadcast is an up-and-coming one, and I've been using Broadcast a lot. Broadcast is making some changes, and it's going to be a fantastic contender. But right now there's dozens and dozens of live streaming apps, and they're all catering to the baser instincts. They're all showing girls, with big breasts jumping rope and stuff, and some of the ads have been posted on Twitter are absolutely inappropriate. It's like I can't even show my kid anything on my phone because, Papa, what's that? You don't want to know. Unfortunately, that's where we're headed with live streaming. That's what happened in the 90s. CUCME uses a special reflector, a special server called a reflector that reflects video signals back. So you can transmit video, but you can watch 8 different video feeds back. And it just turned into a sexual free-for-all of what it did. And so that's what's going on, Hey, I understand that a lot of people had noble intentions, but like I said before, human race isn't noble by any stretch. So anyway, the big things I got going on, I'm building a new studio, and it's an audio studio. I'm going to have video live streaming capability. We're going to be doing some music shows, some live streaming pay-per-view shows, and they're going to be cheap. Everybody can afford them. And I'm going to have some really interesting and amazing guests on that I think you're going to enjoy. Because I used to be in the music business years ago, and we still maintain all those contacts. Yep, 3 views, 3 viewers, so it's gone down. Please leave me a message, say hi. We're here at the coffee shop next door to the Vietnam Karaoke here in Hukou in north central Taiwan. And local time here is almost 20 minutes before midnight. Almost 20 minutes before midnight, and we got absolutely no comments at all. Guys, say hi. Let me know where you're viewing from. Let me know what's going on. I think this is everybody's first day back at work, right? In the real world, which I don't live in. So yeah, tomorrow's Wednesday here. Everybody went back to work today. And I know it's early morning in the United States, and I think people went back to work today too. I saw a couple people periscoping about that today, the massive herds going back to work. Five viewers we got. Hello everybody, please leave me a message, let me know you're watching and where you're watching from. I'd appreciate it. It's like the old days on the radio. We'd want callers to call in and let us know where they're listening from. We're here in Taiwan, just hanging out, drinking some of this tea. This sugar-free. This is called Qing Xing Oolong tea. That's just a type of oolong. It's not like the oolong you get in a Cantonese-style restaurant in Hong Kong or in the United States. It's a lighter tea. Actually, oolong is half fermented. It's halfway between green tea and black tea or red tea, depending on what you call it. It's half fermented or half oxidized, and it has like the antioxidant properties of one and then the rich flavor of the other, so it's kind of in between, but it's nice. And this is a certain type of it. So it tends to be a little bit more on the green tea side than on the black tea. And I got the lights on here. There's a tree behind me, see? And there's a hole in the roof. When they built the roof, they built it around the tree. I'll show you. Yep, they built it around the tree. And these aren't Christmas lights. They're like this all the time. They're like this all the time, every day, every night. So I used to be on Periscope a lot. I've been on broadcast for about the last 60 or so broadcasts. I broadcast a couple times a week. I also have a channel called Taiwan Live TV that I did use on Periscope, and then I wasn't able to due to Twitter's new September 30th terms of service, which means I can't embed my own broadcasts. Stupid. I've been experimenting with YouTube. I don't like Facebook. I call it Invasebook because it's invasive. But I try to live stream to Facebook, and I've got a really, really fast internet connection, and it stutters. I don't get it. It's crazy. I got a super fast internet connection. I've got actually an outboard Wi-Fi box with unlimited 4G LTE, and this sets up a Wi-Fi network. It connects to the mobile network. So if I go in a temple or in a building, I can set this out front and leave it. And I got to tell you, I got a fast connection, and I can't get Facebook to work. Facebook does not work for me. It stutters. It just goes along. It pauses, freezes, and then jumps, and it's like, it's ridiculous. It doesn't work at all. That's one the boss lady. She sometimes comes on the air with me to say hi. So you can hear there's a bunch of folks inside. I'm not going inside though because they're smoking. They're not supposed to smoke in there. They're not supposed to. And she opened this new coffee shop. She told me no, nobody would be smoking in there. There's always some Vietnam girl in there smoking. Don't ask me why. Wen herself does not smoke. It seems like all the other ones do. All the other females do. I don't know why. Makes their hair stink. And if I'm around it, I go home and my wife gets upset. You stink. Go take a shower. Take a shower every night. We're in Asia, but my hair stinks and my clothes stink. It's just terrible. So, 7 viewers. How's it going, everybody? Please say hello wherever you're viewing from. Please say hello because this is more like a radio talk show with no calls. Can't be boring. It says I got 7 people watching according to my stats here. At least I don't have any thumbs down. Hi everybody, MJ here. And February 5th will be my 13th year living in Taiwan. And 2017 is going to be a big year for us. We're going to do very, very well. Finally getting over some of my illnesses I've been suffering, so. All right. Well, this has been a very interesting 18 minutes with absolutely no comments. I don't know what to tell you. We got 8 viewers. Hi. All right. 8 viewers. 8 viewers and absolutely no comments. You guys say hi. Let me know where you're viewing from. Anyway, in the old days, I was a national talk show host in the United States. I had a show in 1994 on the Talk America radio network. It was a lot of fun. And back then we had probably, I think, the estimates were, I think I had a listening audience of about 10 million every week. Did a show on Saturday, and later on we moved it to Sunday. And it was back in the old days, before civilian internet connections became so popular. They didn't really start getting popular until the beginning of 1995. SLIP and PPP connections, dial-up. But I did a show called Modem Mania because it was about the hobby of calling internet bulletin boards, BBS systems with modems. I had a FidoNet BBS back then. That was a lot of fun. I had a FidoNet node. Had hundreds and hundreds of message boards, and back in those days, it was really something to have a BBS. I had a software CD-ROM that people could browse. It had so many categories, and they could download shareware. Remember that? Boy, oh boy, those are the days, huh? Man, oh man. In some respects, it's a shame that those things were, they've all been replaced by the World Wide Web, but the software that I was running is called Synchronet. Just how it sounds, Synchronet, and I understand it's still around. I talked to the guy, Rob Swindell, I still remember his name. I talked to him a couple of years ago on, he actually was a guest on my show, but I talked to him actually through messaging on Flickr. Found him on Flickr, of all places. And he told me that Synchronet is still up and running, that people are still using it. I guess what they're doing though is I think you can, they're using it now with an internet gateway. What we had in the old days, we had a program called Front Door, and Front Door would just run. And if a human being connected their modem, it would say press the escape key twice to enter the BBS, and you hit escape twice, and then it would know it was a human being. Otherwise, it would send you to the mail tossing and mail scanning routine, which is what would happen with the FidoNet BBS. One of the other BBSs would call you to get your messages, off your board and put them on the network, and it just it just went from dial up to dial up to dial up to dial up all across the country and around the world. It was really an interesting study in offline networking. Nothing was in real time. It was all basically offline. I had about a 350 line long maintenance batch file that ran at midnight every night, and one of the things it would do would be to scan all the message boards. I had a couple hundred of them, and any new messages that were left in the last 24-hour period would be gathered into a zip file, and then it would wait and then call out the regional node in my area, and it would send all the messages to that regional node, and then it would get propagated through the system. And sometimes the boards would call mine for messages too. So it's pretty interesting. It's all been replaced by the World Wide Web. Really phenomenal how that worked. I kind of miss those old BBSs. They were a lot of fun exploring, the different, you drill down the different message boards and software file directories, on the PC, and even in the old days, you could use email. It would be at fido.net, or fidonet.org, I think that's what it was, fidonet.org. So you can have a username at fidonet.org. That's pretty cool. FidoNet. You should look that up on Wikipedia. Very, very interesting read. So we got 8 viewers. All right. So anybody feel like typing? Let me know where you're from. Please say hi. I've been on the air for almost 23 minutes and no messages at all. That's almost unheard of. According to my, got 3 thumbs up. Thanks very much. I appreciate the thumbs up. Thank you. I don't know what's going on. Maybe you guys are leaving messages. I'm not seeing them. I don't think so. It usually works very, very well. It worked just the other day. Since I got 8 people viewing, should be a few people that I know, I would think. "11 minutes before midnight." See if we can say hi to Wyndham. It's not coming over. I don't know what's going on. I think some customers are coming. Try to put this back a little bit more this way. Don't want me to get paranoid. I'm just really floored by the quality, though, of YouTube video, and I mean the way the colors pop and everything. It almost looks, John Sabot was telling me, and I think he's right, it almost looks cinematic in a way. It's 1080p. I don't have my gimbal. I can't walk around very well because it's all shaky, but I mean, well, my handheld videos are pretty good, but still, I prefer to use the gimbal. I didn't set up the gimbal, so I'll probably be on tomorrow night, and I can set up the gimbal then. We can take a walk around. And Friday, I got nothing going on. We could do a Taiwan live broadcast on Friday if you want to. So that'd be pretty cool. All right, you guys, I'm gonna take off. Thanks so much. I'm gonna take off. You take care. Bye-bye.